G'day guys, thanks for coming back to Post 8. I hope you've had an awesome week and that you haven't been smoked out. I mean, really, today is actually, I'm a Katingal and this is absolutely awful smoke at the moment. It has made for a pretty sunset, but hasn't made for a particularly great day. However, that aside, you've probably seen with some of the posts that I've had this week that I'm sort of beginning to vibe into the whole less is more. You know, you don't have to have a great big impact of the world if you want to start making differences. It's just little things that you can start doing bit by bit. And there's one book that I actually wanted to show you guys, and it is called The Ripple Effect. This is a book that has been sitting on my bookshelf for some time, and I've actually started really digging into it the last couple of weeks, and I really recommend that you get it. If you're after the ISBN, I'll post that up in the description below. But there was one that I really like, because I've always been a firm believer of karma. Well, not karma in like the spiritual sense. You know, I'm not a particularly spiritual person. I don't believe in a given God per se. Now, I know that might throw a couple of people off. What I believe in, though, is that there is something much bigger than ourselves. Now, people call that God, but I mean, regardless what you name it, ultimately, provided you understand that there is something bigger than yourselves, I think that is the source of most of the humility that we really need in the world. And understanding that there is something bigger than you, that there are bigger things at play. And there's a particular phrase in this book that I wanted to share with you guys, and it's from Gurdjieff, Gurdgieff. So I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong to anyone who might actually know anything about philosophy or anything similar. But it says, if you help others, you will be helped. Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps in 100 years, but you will be helped. Nature must pay off the debt. It is a mathematical law, and all life is mathematics. Now, I really enjoy that phrase because I remember hearing somewhere when they were launching, I believe it's called the Universe Plate, they said that, how are we going to communicate with other people? They launched this plate off into space, and they said, how are we going to communicate with these people? Obviously, English is pointless. And so they drew some really crude diagrams on it and basically launched it out. And the intent behind it being that, you know, if they're of any intelligence, then theoretically maths should be the universal language. Hence why the little mini post that I had the other day. And one of the things that I really like about that, and what I believe is part of the karmic essence, is that anything that you give out, surely it's going to come back to you. You know, you can't put out a whole lot of good and have this good ebbing out from you and not have a little bit of good come ebbing back in. And similarly, if you're a bit of a jerk, if you're a bit of a D-bag, you know, and you ebb out a lot of negativity, you're going to get a lot of negativity back. Now, that's not saying that it's always universal and constant. There are going to be times where really good people get really bad things back, and there are going to be really bad people who get really good things back. And I suppose one of the things that I want to really try and drive home for this week is that if you just keep putting the good things out, on average, you should get some good things back. Now, that's not to say that if you put good things out this week and you happen to have a couple of bad things happen to you, that doesn't mean that it's all been in vain. Like Gurdjieff said, you know, whether it be in a year or 100 years kind of thing, you are going to get it back to you. You can only get that by being good, you know. So I suppose the focus this week is really focus on the little things. Keep putting out the good. Keep the good going. Whether someone's watching you or not, you know, you don't have to be accountable to people. Just be awesome. That's the whole essence of everything that these videos is about. Just be an awesome person. And if you can be an awesome person, awesome things will happen to you. Have a great week, guys. Please stay out of this smoke if you're around this area. Anyone who isn't around this area, enjoy the fact that you aren't covered in smoke at the moment. Honestly, I'm surprised it's not picking up in this room because bushfires are everywhere. But guys, keep being awesome. Keep putting the good out there. Keep doing the little things, and I'll talk to you through the week. Keep being awesome.